Yo, what's good, boys? It is Yap MMA. We are back with another video. Today, I'm going to give you my 3 favorite dog picks for UFC Vegas 106. If you don't know what this series is, basically every UFC card, I give you my 3 favorite underdogs, going from my least most confident to my most confident dog pick, man. We've been cashing the most confident dog consistently for the past few weekends in a row. If you guys enjoy the content, let me know in the comments down below, man. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and let's get into it. Starting off with a little recap from last weekend, UFC 315. I attended UFC 315. It was a great pay-per-view, lots of fun fights, some solid underdogs. I only went 1 for 3 on underdogs, but there were some other good underdogs that cashed out. I hope you guys cashed out last weekend. But the underdog that I did hit was Amin Zahabi at plus 175. I'm sorry, boys. You know, it was a terrible robbery. Although I'm gonna keep it a buck. I was there live. Aldo got robbed. He did get robbed, and the UFC hates him. It seems like the UFC just hates Aldo. Okay, they hate legends besides John Jones. We don't even need to get into John Jones, man. All the shit with John Jones, but they don't like Aldo. And of course he was set up fighting Amin Zahabi in his town, Montreal, Canada. Just absolutely set up. Amin Zahabi got a unanimous decision, but he did cash us out for plus 175. He cashed me out at least, and he cashed out a nice parlay that I had going. So I'm sorry, boys. And I am sorry to Aldo, because I think Aldo should have won that fight. I really think Aldo should have won that fight. He dropped Amin Zahabi with the knee in the 3rd round and then hit him with the soccer kick. I don't know how Zahabi stayed alive. I have zero idea how Zahabi stayed alive, but props to him for his chin. And I mean, he had a respectful fight with Aldo, was very respectful. Unlike Mario Batista, he didn't clinch up against the fence. He didn't hold Aldo, right? Like he did throw hands with him and had a good fight. So it was a good fight, and he cashed me out, like I said, plus 175, pretty solid cash. And I think he was the biggest underdog that I picked. I'm pretty sure he's the biggest underdog I picked last card. So solid cash. I hope you boys cashed out. But we'll get into the picks that I've got this weekend for UFC Vegas 106. We're back in the Apex, boys. You know how the Apex is. There is always a bunch of upsets in the Apex, especially recently. There's been a fair few upsets, and I think one of those upsets, my least confident dog pick, but another dog pick that I think has a solid chance to cash, man, is Dustin Stoltzfus at plus 240. All right, I like Nursultan Ruziboyev. I think Ruziboyev is dangerous. I think he's very tough, and I think he's an amazing finisher. There's a very solid chance that he KOs Dustin Stoltzfus in round 1. Don't get me wrong, boys, but there is a solid game plan and a solid path to victory for Stoltzfus. I mean, Joaquin Buckley pulled it off perfectly. Obviously, Ruziboyev was down at 170. He was a lot small. He was a lot leaner, and he struggled with the weight cut, right? But Dustin Stoltzfus is a pressure wrestler who has sneaky power. He just knocked out Marc-Andre Barriault, and we saw at UFC 315, Marc-Andre Barriault is pretty good. He's pretty good. You know, he's not the best of the best, and Stoltzfus only loses to quite good competition, and I don't know if Nursultan Ruziboyev is that really high-level good competition. So Dustin Stoltzfus at plus 240, you're betting on a guy that has a solid chance to go out there, wrestle Ruziboyev, who is 6'5", very long limbs, very tall frame, who can get taken down, who can get dominated on the ground. And if Stoltzfus slows down the pace, tires out Ruziboyev, holds him down, looks for submissions, I think he can win this fight at plus 240. I love it. I love it, boys. We will move on, though, to my next most confident dog pick on this card. There's not too many amazing dogs on this card, but this dog here, man, I think this fight should be a 50-50, and that is Tainara Lisboa. I think she's been on a lot of people's radar this weekend. A lot of people like this underdog, and I think she is a solid underdog. Obviously, there's questions. She's been having a bit of a layoff. She's had a bit of a layoff, I think like a year or two layoff now because of an injury. So she is a bit questionable, but she's a very good fighter. I think she's better than, who's she fighting again? Santos. I think she's better than Santos everywhere on the feet. I think striking-wise, she will outstrike Santos easily. I rewatched the Santos fight where she got the KO over, what was her name? Juliana Miller. That KO was the sloppiest shit I've ever seen in my entire life. That KO was sloppy as shit. Santos has zero power on the feet. Her striking is horrible. Her technique is horrible. I think Tainara Lisboa will piece her up on the feet. She's a Muay Thai world champ. She is a kickboxing world champ as well, I believe. She's going to be way better in the striking department. Obviously, there's question marks around her leg because she was injured, but I think if she's recovered fully, plus 144 to outstrike Santos, who's shown that she's a bit slow, especially on the feet, and that she's young. She's very young. Santos is young. She's 25, I think. You know, she's just getting into the game. And look, man, I don't want to judge, but she is on the OF, man. She's on the OF, and, you know, you can't really trust it. You can't trust it. She seems a bit too, connected to the social media, a bit too focused on the social media right now. She's still young. She's immature. I think Tainara Lisboa's got a solid chance to get it done at plus 144. I love it. I love it, boys. But we will move on to my most confident dog. I've been cashing most confident dogs solid for the past few weeks. I didn't put out a video for UFC Iowa, which I should have because I was going to go RDR, my most confident dog, and he cashed a lot of people out. He cashed me out a bit. But the week before that, I had Abu Magomedov as my most confident dog. I had Ayman Zahabi this card. I think the card before, what was the card before? Was it UFC 314? I think 314, the card before. I did have Diego Lopez, man. I'm glad Volk won that fight, but I did cash out on Dominic Reyes on that card as well. We've been cashing solid dogs every week, and if you're putting down a unit on every dog, I believe you'd be plus money at this point for sure. So we will move on though. I'm gonna stop. Yeah, we'll move on to my most confident dog, man. I think this dude as an underdog, you have to take this line. Like if you're a bettor, if you're a sports bettor at all, even if you just sprinkle a little bit on the UFC every weekend, if you just put down 20 every weekend, this is who you should put your $20 on, man. And that's Thiago Moises at plus 100. He's plus money now. This guy was a favorite a few days ago. He moved to an underdog, plus 100 for Thiago Moises, a guy who has amazing BJJ, world-class BJJ black belt. His striking is coming along. He's way younger than Jared Gordon. Jared Gordon's good. Don't get me wrong. He's gone robbed from some really close decisions. Arguably beat Paddy Pimblett. Arguably beat, what's his name? Oh my goodness, man. The guy who fought Ribovich recently. Arguably beat him. And he's going to really close decisions, but he's also fighting strikers, right? I mean, Paddy Pimblett wasn't really panic shooting or shooting takedowns too much. I think Thiago Moises is going to go for the takedowns. I think his game plan should be good. It should be clear here. I was watching a podcast. I was watching Show Me the Money pod with Renato Moicano. Moicano's calling a submission, man. I see that submission. If I was to, I'm sprinkling a little bit of money on that Thiago Moises submission, man. I mean, I think it's like plus 500 or plus 600 Thiago Moises submission. I think this guy's ground game is solid. His striking, like I said, is better, and he's only lost to really high competition. He lost to Benoit Saint-Denis, Islam Makhachev. Who else did he lose to, man? He's lost to really just high competition, high lightweights, and he's 30 years old. I thought this guy was older. He's only 30 years old. Jared Gordon is pushing 36 now. He's coming out of his prime. He's definitely at the end of his career, and he's had a lot of, demoralizing defeats, and I think if he doesn't get his striking going, if he doesn't outstrike Thiago Moises, Moises is going to take over this fight. I could see a Jared Gordon round one. He's coming out. He's landing nice shots. He gets a 10-8 round one. And then I see Thiago Moises coming out round two, round three, maybe finding a sub end of round two, early round three. I think Thiago Moises gets it done. And at plus 100, I wouldn't say put the house on it, but I would say if you're going to put some money on this fight card, put some money on Thiago Moises, man. I think he's probably the best underdog on this card, especially at plus money. I mean, he was the favorite. Flip to the dog. I think people, the odds makers are just seeing, Jared Gordon's gone to split decisions with high-level competition, and sure, he has, but Thiago Moises is young, he's fast, he's hungry, he's dangerous on the feet and on the ground. He's much more dangerous on the ground than a lot of the guys Jared Gordon has fought. And if he does take it to the ground, I think he can find a finish. So I'm going to go Thiago Moises, plus 100, boys. My favorite underdog pick of this weekend of UFC Vegas 106. And I hope you guys tail. If you guys do tail, let me know in the comments down below. But without further ado, I will catch you boys in the next one. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I will see you all very soon. See you.